Hi, I'm Big Tony the Plumber. We arrived at this job here. There was a problem with the gas line. The gas line was never properly inspected by the town, and the pipe they had in the ground is now not grandfather's law in. So what we have to do is we have to dig it up, put the proper pipe in, and get the proper inspection. It would have been all well and good until she wants to sell the house and everything had to be updated. Unfortunately, by not getting the proper paperwork and having proper permit to do a job like this, it's going to cost our money now. As you see, we're starting to dig the line. It has to be anywhere between 18 and 20 inches deep for the gas line. Okay? As during the taping we're doing here today, we're going to show exactly what fittings are for what, how to hook it the proper way, and what's the right procedure to make this thing work. And then we'll show you down the road the testing that has to be done, how it gets hooked up to the generator, and what the material that goes into the ground with these special fittings that we have here. A couple of fittings you can see here. The new law is for the gas pipe, okay, it's a poly. It's good for, it's rated for about 100 pounds of pressure from the manufacturer. There's no gas load that covers that because there's all second stages and first stage regulators that go in the ground to prevent it from being high pressure. There's never high pressure going either into the house or to any unit outside. What we got here is called a mechanical riser. What it does, it goes from poly that's in the ground to iron pipe that's above the ground. Okay? It's made with a special fitting. And this is the sweep that comes out of the ground. And this is the sweep that stays in the ground. That'll go by the generator. We'll show you that later on. Okay? There's also a tracing tape and a tracing wire that goes in the ground that we'll show you later down the road. Right here it's called the transition fitting. This is what goes inside the tank. This is in the ground. This stays inside the tank with a nipple, and it gets connected to that dual stage regulator. Well, like I said, we're digging right now. We've got about another half hour, 45 minutes of digging, and I'll continue on from there. Okay, the right procedure to start this job is that we're going to lay that pipe in the ground that I showed you earlier. Okay, this is what's called tracing wire. It comes in on both ends of the fittings on each side out of the ground, so they can actually put a tester on this and probe and find out exactly where the pipe is without digging it up. Okay, both ends stay out of the ground. It's an 18 gauge wire. It's meant to be in the ground. Okay, so this is the system that's going to work for that. The next thing is, after you have that in the ground, you cover up the hole. You leave about 6 inches to be exposed. Okay, then you put down, it's called tracing tape. It's a magnetic tape that they can also trace with it. It says caution gas line. So actually, before you hit the gas line, okay, this tape is going to protect it. If you go past this gas line and you don't read that it says caution gas line buried, you're not really doing the right job. You can hit the gas pipe. Then you got a problem. We install this on every job we do. Like I said, every town is different. Check your local codes. Okay, the town we're working in, this is the requirements here. Like I said, codes change a lot. Years ago, I guess mill wrap was good enough to put in the ground at the first time. Now they don't want it anymore. Years ago, you're allowed to put galvanized in the ground and tar and tape the joints. They found out that the galvanized pipe wasn't good for propane because the flaking inside the pipe would clog up the units. Now they make a galvanized pipe called number 58. It's a pipe that inside the pipe, the propane itself doesn't eat away at the pipe and there's no flaking. You can use that on certain applications, but this is not one of them. This town's required gas poly, and we have to follow the codes because we are master plumbers.